Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day, another reaction. We are going to go over the August 20th games and the August 21st games because there's only two games each day. So we have the Islanders, Washington Capitals, Game 5, Dallas, Calgary, Game 6, and then these past games, Philadelphia, Montreal, Game 6, Vancouver, St. Louis, Game 6. Let's get right into the reaction. First game we're going to cover is August 20th, New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals, Game 5. Washington Capitals were down 3-0 in the series. Alex Ovechkin put them on his back and won them Game 4 to make it 3-1. This game, let's just say, Varlamov played outstanding. He was great, and the Islanders played Islanders hockey. 10 minutes into the first period, it's Anthony Beauvillier. He scores his fifth of the playoffs on the power play from Nelson and Bailey, gives the Islanders a 1-0 lead. And that's how it stays until midway through the second when Beauvillier gets his sixth goal of the playoffs. An absolute beautiful play. Bailey comes in, little toe drag, nice feed to Beauvillier. He scores, gets absolutely rocked by Wilson. Of course, it's Tom Wilson being Tom Wilson. Doesn't matter, Beauvillier gets back up. It's 2-0 Islanders. And at this stage, I knew the game was over. Islanders shut it down, played Islanders-style hockey, and that's how it went. In the third period, Nick Leddy scores in the empty net, then Bailey scores in the empty net after playing a fantastic game. Varlamov shuts the door. Islanders win this game 4-0, win the series 4-1. They're moving on. Washington's going home. So it looks like if Philadelphia beats Montreal, it's going to be New York, Philly, Tampa, Boston. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Dallas Stars, Calgary Flames, Game 6. Remember, Calgary was up 2-1 in this series, and now Dallas is up 3-2. This game couldn't have started any better for the Calgary Flames. 3.5 minutes in, Mangiapane scores to make it 1-0. 2 minutes after that, Gaudreau scores in the power play as he banks the puck off of Goudobin, makes it 2-0. A minute after that, Anderson scores, a nice snipe, 3-0. Goudobin stays in the net. Calgary's up 3-0, the worst lead in hockey for these playoffs. At 9:36, Heiskanen finally gets on the board. Nice little shot. I think Talbot would have liked to have that one back, and it's 3-1 going into the second period. And then the second period happens, and it goes awful for Calgary. Calgary have been a great second period team this year and these playoffs. This was the worst period of hockey they've played this season. Minute in, Gurianov gets his third of the playoff. 2.5 minutes after that, he gets his fourth. 2 minutes after that, Faxa scores. 2 minutes after that, Pavelski scores. And then, with about 4.5 minutes left in the second period, Gurianov gets his hat trick, and it's 6-3. So 6 straight goals for the Dallas Stars, and they're up 6-3. Just blows my mind. Talbot did leave the game. I think he let in 3 goals on 8 shots. Then Rittich came in, let 3 goals in on 9 shots. Starting in the third period, Talbot's back in, and nothing really happens until Gurianov gets a chance, basically. Dallas player cuts in, puck gets poked off him. Gurianov ends up getting it, picking it up, scoring his fourth of the game, 7-3 Dallas, and that's how it ends. So come back from 3-0 in the first period to end up winning 7-3 with 7 straight goals. Dallas Stars, they're moving on. They will meet the Colorado Avalanche in the second round. That'll be a great series. The way Colorado's playing, good luck, Dallas. Anyway, Dallas moves on in 6 games with a 7-3 win. Okay, so August 21st games. You have Philadelphia Flyers versus the Montreal Canadiens. Remember, Gallagher's out. He broke his jaw. Niskanen's out this game for obviously that awful cross-check. Still surprised he only got 1 game for that, since Gallagher's out for the entire playoffs. Anyway, we get into it. First period, 28 seconds in, Provorov scores. The puck ends up deflecting off of Shea Weber, gets past Price. It's 1-0 Philly. And then 5 minutes after that, it's Kevin Hayes. He scores his first of the playoffs to make it 2-0 Philly. I think that one also deflected off of someone. Or it was just a misplay by Price. And it either, when Hayes tried to outweigh him, Price opened up the 5-hole. I think that's how it happened. And it just kind of hit the inside pad and snuck in, 2-0 Philly. Suzuki then scores 5 minutes after that at 10:03. His third of the playoffs, power play goal from Armia and Duran. Nice little play. And yeah, it's 2-1. Suzuki's still looking great. Second period, Raffle scores to make it 3-1 at 4:26. And then it's Suzuki again. This time, Duran ends up beating, I think it's Sanheim, behind the net. He cuts to the middle, feeds a beautiful cross-crease pass to Suzuki. He scores his fourth. That lineup of Armia, Duran, Suzuki have been great for Montreal. They make it 3-2, and that's as far as they can go, because in the third period, Philadelphia shuts it down. Carter Hart plays great, and that's it. Philadelphia wins this game 3-2, wins the series 4-2. Montreal's Cinderella run is now over. They took out one Pennsylvania team. They couldn't take out another. Philadelphia moves on, and it's looking like it's going to be Flyers versus the New York Islanders. That's going to be a great series. I've really enjoyed the Islanders this playoffs, and I'm actually rooting for the Islanders to take out Philadelphia. In terms of Montreal, they outplayed Philadelphia this series. Throughout all the games, I feel Montreal were the better team in the majority of them. This game, they threw 33 shots on goal compared to the Flyers 17. Again, they were all over them. They just couldn't score. So future's looking good for Montreal. They played really well. But the Flyers were able to hold on. They take this in 6 games. Last game we're going to cover is Game 6 between the Stanley Cup champions St. Louis Blues versus the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver won Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead after giving up a 2-0 lead in the series. As of note, Binnington is actually in net instead of Allen. Allen's outplaying Binnington this playoffs, but they went with the guy who got them there, the guy who brought them the Stanley Cup last year. Vancouver goes with Markstrom again, of course. 3:45 into the first period, it's Jay Beagle scoring for Vancouver to give them a 1-0 lead. It stays like that until the second period, and there's like a 6-minute span, and it's just an onslaught of Vancouver. Some great goals. So Roussel scores from Brandon Sutter. It was a nice little play, though Binnington probably he should have had that. Makes it 2-0. 4.5 minutes after that, it's a beautiful passing play. Pettersson gets the puck. He ends up like doing a little behind the back feed to Sutter, who then puts it back out to Stetcher. Stetcher scores top corner. It was such a lovely play. There's 4 Vancouver Canucks in on this play. JT Miller was the one in front of the net. It was so beautiful. To give him a 3-0 lead, and then a minute and a half, minute 20 after that, Vancouver gets on the power play, and it is Pettersson to Hughes, Besser, one-timer, and it goes just over the pad, below the blocker. It looked like Binnington had read it. It just went through him, and it's 4-0 Vancouver, and then Allen goes in. So 4-0. That second period, 6-minute stretch, just an onslaught by the Canucks. So they have the grip on St. Louis. In the third period, 6.5 minutes, Schwartz gives St. Louis some life to make it 4-1, but they can't score. And then it's Tyler Mott. He scores. It's a 2-on-1 play to make it 5-1. A beautiful little pass across by Sutter. His third of the playoffs. It's nice to see Mott finally scoring. And it's 5-1. Schwartz then scores 5 minutes after that with about a minute and a half left in the game to make it 5-2. And then, of course, it's Tyler Mott. He scores in the empty netter to make it 6-2 at 19:10. The Vancouver Canucks are sending the Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues home, and Vancouver has a date with the Vegas Golden Knights. That'll be a fun series. There you have it. Vancouver wins 6-2, takes the series 4-2. They're moving on. And there you have it. The round 2 is now set. So you're going to have the Flyers play the Islanders. You have Dallas playing Colorado. Vancouver against the Golden Knights. And then you have Tampa Bay, Boston. Bring on round 2. Next video, I'll go over my predictions for round 2. Obviously, these predictions did not go as planned. So, see you next time.